Organized crime rings that target the country's retailers are prompting a nationwide aggressive crackdown by law enforcement. In a CNBC exclusive, we're going to go inside the criminal police investigations that target those rings that set up the thriving businesses to steal and sell online. Here's Courtney Reagan selling stolen.
It's a chilly, clear morning in the picturesque foothills of San Diego County as we head to a suspected crime scene. A convoy of law enforcement vehicles is about to descend on an unlikely place, a mansion complete with its own vineyard and chapel rented out as a wedding venue and Airbnb. Police believe it's also the headquarters for a lucrative theft ring, where items stolen from Ulta Beauty Supply and other retailers are being resold on Amazon. As we pull up, authorities tell us they have the suspected ringleader in handcuffs.
What are we looking for?
There they are, right there.
And it's happening everywhere. For months, we got exclusive access to the California Highway Patrol, watching up close how it fights organized retail crime, which, including external theft, totaled $40.5 billion in the U.S., according to the National Retail Federation's most recent estimate. On another day, in another California city, we see more truckloads of what police say is stolen clothing, mostly from TJ Maxx.
We have a search warrant for the resident. Come on with your hands up now.
I think people feel like it's hopeless. I want the retailers and the victims of this to know that that's not true.
Hands on your head.
Retailers specifically pointing to theft as a growing problem in recent years include Target, Foot Locker, Walgreens, and Ulta. But few quantify the impact or offer many details, raising questions in the industry about whether retailers are using the attention around theft to cover their own operational missteps. At the mansion, the woman in custody is Michelle Mack. According to the search warrant, she's in charge, giving a group of 12 women across the country a list of retail stores to target, along with the retail merchandise. Those Ulta Beauty products then ending up on an Amazon digital storefront called the Online Makeup Store at deep discounts. The search warrant alleges Mack has sold nearly $8 million worth of merchandise on the platform since 2012. The next morning, a team from Ulta unloads the haul along with CHP officers, sorting and carefully organizing everything. Most of it, $387,000 in stolen items from Ulta, according to authorities, but also some items from Sephora, Victoria's Secret, Bath & Body Works, Sunglass Hut, and LensCrafters. And these boxes of manila envelopes, they were being mailed to customers who ordered from the online makeup store who now aren't getting anything. Like Donna Washburn, who says she bought her daughter a $42 makeup item for Christmas. Did it ever occur to you that buying a product off of Amazon, you could be buying a product that was stolen?
No, never. You put in the trust in a store like that they're checking these things.
As for Michelle Mack, California Attorney General Rob Bonta announced she and her husband Kenneth are facing charges of conspiracy, grand theft, and receipt of stolen property. The Macks have pled not guilty.
This Amazon marketplace site called the Online Makeup Store that was selling the stolen goods year after year.
We asked Lisa Labruno, Senior Executive Vice President of the Retail Industry Leaders Association, how this could happen. So if you're Amazon, should you have had some kind of an algorithm that flagged it?
This is not just about Amazon. There's other online marketplaces who serve as fences for the sale of stolen product. But I don't see the online marketplaces raising their hand and saying, we acknowledge that this is dirty money.
Retail CEOs have been largely mum about organized retail crime, but Ulta Beauty CEO Dave Kimball spoke to us in an exclusive interview about the issue.
We're absolutely fed up with it. I mean, it's impacting the experience that we work so hard to deliver for our team. These situations, they're not fun. They're threatening, they're intimidating, they can be traumatic.
What do you think in this case, as we're speaking of in California, that Amazon could have done to know that these were stolen goods?
What I would say more broadly is there is technology available. There's use of advanced analytics and data capabilities to try to understand behaviors that are indicative of reselling stolen goods.
Are you shocked by the sheer volume that one ring could have been doing over more than a decade?
Unfortunately, I'm not that shocked because we've seen it in other parts of the country. The magnitude of this one is significant. I do believe that the marketplaces and online distribution of stolen goods is part of the problem. This is not some individual that bought too many lipsticks and they want to resell it.
Amazon declined an on-camera interview, but told us it was, quote, untrue that the company is profiting from the sale of stolen goods. A spokesperson said, we invest more than $1 billion annually and employ thousands of people to fight fraud. The company added that it uses sophisticated detection and prevention solutions, allowing us to quickly spot a range of organized retail crime schemes. Amazon acknowledged in this case, we did not receive signals to identify the seller was engaged in selling stolen goods. As far as TJ Maxx, the company tells us it's laser focused on fighting retail crime in its stores. And for more on our story, go to CNBC.com. We also have a YouTube version of the story. It is amazing. There was so much great stuff and multi-layers to this.
How much of this, though, is about what the stores are doing to prevent the theft versus the distributors are doing, the Amazons of the world are doing to prevent the sale, if you will?
Totally. And we asked Ulta CEO Dave Kimball that exact thing. And he says, look, we have invested in our asset protection team, many of them former law enforcement. We've added security cameras to our stores, extra technology tools, training for employees. We're locking up 100% of our fragrances.
They lock up
They're
everything.
locking up 100% of their fragrances. But if you're Ulta, part of what you're offering the customer is to try the lipsticks, to try the eyeshadow. So you can't lock up everything, or else it just ruins
a horrible experience
the whole
for
point
the
of the
customer.
store.
Who's got the leverage? And I assume the answer is Amazon has the leverage. But I'm also assuming if I am a seller that's being robbed, whether Sephora is being robbed or some other, right, or I'm the manufacturer of some kind of good, that Amazon wants to sell officially on the platform, too.
Exactly.
Can't I say, I mean, I would assume, by the way, this is sort of the Nike story, right?
Sure.
The reason why there are not, and I actually believe this, the reason why Nike has there are very few counterfeit Nike sneakers on the Amazon platform is because Amazon actually cares about what Nike says and is doing. My question is, why is that not true for some of these other companies?
Yeah, so that is a really good point. And obviously the Amazon business model, or to be fair, the Walmart marketplace business model. Some of the goods are owned by Walmart, owned by Amazon. Those are first-party relationships. And so they're selling directly in cahoots with those companies. In other cases, you can be a third-party marketplace seller.
Wait a second. Back up. If you're that sounds like if you don't do a deal with me and sell your goods directly through me, I'm not going to bother policing the crap that other people are selling on the third-party websites. How is
this
that
has been one of the great
allowed?
complaints. If you're a small manufacturer in this country, your relationship with Amazon, unfortunately, is very different than your relationship if you're a big manufacturer.
That proves that Amazon can police it if they choose to.
And so that is what some of the argument is that Amazon is one of the more sophisticated companies in retail. They have algorithms. Obviously, these items were deeply discounted in the case that we're talking about.
It should be easy to identify.
They say they didn't identify this one, but they also said we don't profit from.
How do you not
stolen
profit from
merchandise.
it? Yes, you do.
That's false. That's a
what percentage of their?
I do agree because even if in this case it was a third-party marketplace seller where Amazon never touched the product, so they didn't hold it for distribution, they didn't ship it out. So this third-party marketplace seller was paying Amazon commission, a percent of sale, in order just to host that site.
Right, you don't get to be on there if you're not paying them
exactly.
something.
So Amazon did make money from the commission. Now, they never touched the product, but they did make money.
You're profiting from it, because if you weren't, you wouldn't allow these people to be on there.
Exactly. And we asked Amazon, have you ever been asked to turn over the money? And they did not
What is the biggest
platform,
though, for stolen merchandise?
We
keep saying Amazon, but I actually think that what you may really be talking about is eBay.
Yeah. So eBay has been a problem over the years. Facebook Marketplace has been a problem, particularly because a lot of the time the exchange of goods is local in person, and so there is not any currency exchange on there. And so Facebook Marketplace operates in a different way. These other apps like OfferUp. I mean,
that's
it's happening in lots of places.